Okay, this morning got our filler neck back in here, so we can get gas in this thing pretty easily now. I don't have to worry about water and debris getting in this gas tank anymore. Had a little drama going on here with our hose, but anyways, I think it'll be okay. I'm going to be refilling this thing with gas cans pretty much, not a regular filling station, so I don't think we'll have to worry about this thing kicking off, back splashing fuel back on us. But anyways, that's all back together. You can see it's a little bit dirtier. You need to wash that guy off. But anyways, cap on there. That's all back together. Anyways, we got our motor all torn apart here. We got parts scattered all over the place here. Got our motor all torn down for the most part. Put our rear main in it today. And I don't really think it was leaking too bad after all, but it's got a new one in it now. The bad news was when I pulled the head off, you can see in here, the issue with this cylinder here was it had water obviously in the cylinder, not in the valves, so you can see where the water line actually was, or a coolant line, whatever it was. But at this point, it kind of is what it is. I'm not going to pull that piston out and deburr this thing or not. If she burns some oil, so be it. This thing's not going to be running at high RPM or nothing. It's going to be just mostly run as a generator, so there she is. Anyways, it's kind of gooked up, kind of a dirty motor. As you can see, 174,000 on it if this was the original one, which I was kind of curious about the second plug here in the back, the galley plug. I don't know why these don't match. So this thing was either overhauled once, or somebody had that off and repaired it, or was leaking or something. Kind of bizarre. Anyways, got her cleaned up here. I'm gonna take the heads and all into the shop tomorrow, get them cleaned up. Got a pile of parts here, get our motor mounts cleaned up. One of them is kind of torn, but it'll be okay for this project. Miscellaneous front dress, plug wires, all that fun stuff. Whatever it takes. Got our new water pump. Had this guy laying around here for the race car, never used it. It's got a coolant temperature warning light, so that'll be perfect for this thing, because there's a good chance it'll run hot. I could use that to kick on a relay or something like that to power up a radiator fans if I'm not paying attention. I had a broken stud on this guy. I got it drilled out a bit. Got my hole nice and straight. Not exactly, but got a bunch of extractors I'll bring from work tomorrow. Get that project finished up and cleaned up. And over yonder, intake's all cleaned up. Actually had a nice chrome fitting from leftover race car parts, so that's gonna go in there. And brackets all painted up and everything. I lost my timing mark when I washed this thing that I marked on the EGR valve where the distributor was, so I'm gonna have to kind of start over my timing, but we'll figure it out. Not too difficult to time this guy, hopefully. But anyways, that's where we're at. Kind of just waiting to get stuff cleaned up. Got a lot of new gaskets, and we'll get this thing slammed together here starting next week, and paint her up. I hate painting engines black. It's the stupidest thing ever, because if you got an oil leak, you can never find it. So I'm not going to paint it Ford blue because I'm a Ford guy, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it Chevy orange. So it'll be orange, silver intake. The valve covers, I'm just going to leave them as is. They clean up pretty good. Not too bad here. But a little sludgy. A lot of sludge in this girl, but cleaned it up as best I could. Got some synthetic oil we'll throw in this thing and let it run. I'm gonna be lazy and leave the timing cover on it. It was not leaking. The front seal was pretty clean on this thing, so I hate pulling dampers off and dealing with timing covers on these things. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. Got our timing marks cleaned up here a little bit, and actually had a roller cam in this thing, which is kind of cool. You can see in there. But yeah, high performance model. But anyways, that's where we're at today. And we'll start reassembling this thing here pretty soon.